We're on our morning walk. It's about 9:10 a.m. and yesterday evening I did the same walk and there was a lovely red sunset just behind that mountain, and that colored everything. But yeah, I didn't take my phone with me because I usually like to walk without any devices. Well, when it's a known walk at least. This is the walk I'll be doing every morning and every evening, and hopefully lose some weight. And mostly during the day we'll go to the lake, so they have a nice swim. But yesterday it was really packed because it was Saturday, and there's all kinds of festivities in the neighborhood, so I assume a lot of people from other places are coming here to visit their families and yeah, enjoy the nature here. What else am I going to do today is, they're probably rolling in some poop. I am going to, first I'm going to go to the supermarket in Idania and Nova, and then I'm going to Castelabranco to the furniture store to get myself a desk and some racks to mount to the wall to get my clothes organized, my shoes and so on, because I'm living in a 35 square meter house, a very small house that I bought, but I have to be a bit smart with my organization. And yesterday evening when I do this walk, it's about maybe just above 20 degrees. Now it would more be like 30, yeah, near 30. But because I'm a bit later, and so either I do it early in the morning, then it's cool, or late in the evening, then it's also cool. But now I'm a bit later and the sun is fully up. But there's a lot of shade here. Sometimes there's some sheep, but you can hear them from afar because of the bells. And other than that, there's actually nothing here. So we've got ourselves a very nice off-leash trajectory. I usually come all the way from the village, so all the way down there, and then I'm going up all the way down there. There's a road that leads back to the village, and then I'll be going through the village for a couple of minutes, a few streets, and then we're home. And entering this area is also just a 100-meter walk or something, so that's ideal. In the village, the white one, Porto, and Rico, the small one, they're both leashed since they're a bit, they have some chase drive and a bit of reactivity sometimes. But then the largest one is mostly off lead because she does not react to anything, only to attention. But then I leash those two and I let her walk loose, because there are some street, yeah, not really street, yeah, maybe street cats. There are some dogs of the village and some street dogs as well. You don't see those street dogs that often. Oh, I think I missed the trail by talking, but that's alright. We just follow these boulders. That's the street, and like this whole area is fenced with boulders, so it's easy to stay on track. And there's small tracks actually in here driven by some kind of vehicle, and it's easy to follow those. Also walks nicely. Don't think we're on one, but every now and then you see one if you just follow them to some tire tracks. Let's see, a bit more to this side maybe. So we don't walk too close to the roads in case something with a high velocity passes by, then maybe the white one would get a little triggered. So that's what I mean. There's a small motorcycle there, some velocity. Kijk eens hier. Cuba, she is something on her paw. Sometimes it's something severe, but sometimes it's just dog poop that she stepped in, and then I try to wipe it off, and I've got dog poop all over my hands or sleeves or whatever I used. So we're back on the tire tracks. There's some big ones there, of course, but that's the short route. I rather walk all the way around. Oops. And as long as I've got one of these trigger boys on leash, ooh, he's rolled in some serious poop, or sheep fur, wool. As long as I have one of these reactive guys on leash, then it's unlikely that they start running off. So let's talk about dogs on chains. So I was told I should get used to seeing that. I do see that, but there is none that I see that never get off the chain. So I think, and I've got a feeling that, so you see the village in the back, I've got a feeling that the people do really care about their dogs, like their dogs. Yeah, but during the day they're on the chain when the owners are away, or yeah, probably to guard as well. But some of these dogs, they kind of like lost their voice. They're like a squealing sound instead of a bark. So I don't know what the point is there. But yeah, I regularly check if they're still there, and I think there's only one that's consistently there, but he's down there on the farm, so close to the village. So there's rolling and something again. I'm not sure if he gets off, but he's got a nice property there. That's no use if you're on the chain, of course, but so close to the city, to the village, I think someone would have said something if it was abuse. But I'll definitely keep my eye out for it, if there's any dogs without a life, with just a life on the chain. But yeah, to know that, I first have to talk a bit Portuguese to ask around before I jump to conclusions. Yeah, and there's also street dogs. Every now and then you see them, but the locals then say, in some kind of mix between French and English, they explain to me that we have to catch those and get them to the vet, but yeah, they're obviously not that easy to catch. They're quite big dogs. They're the Estrella type dogs, the mountain dogs. I've got a perfect van to catch such a dog, of course, but with a nice separation so it can't get to me. Not that they're aggressive or anything. Well, if you trap them. Yeah. They were quite unfazed actually, because accidentally the small one, the most reactive one, they got out of his collar and chased after the stray dog, but the stray dog was really not impressed. Of course, I had him, the white one, still on leash, so would have been different if the two dogs were chasing the dog, probably. The poor dog. And then Cuba, she wasn't really interested in chasing. So these bells are sheep or dogs sometimes. Sheep or dogs. Here you have a nice, I don't know what this is, lavaduros. Some washing. So the squealing dog on the chain we already passed. Because I stopped filming because there were some people, and it's still a bit new to me to talk to the camera, a bit awkward. And then over here there's another one somewhere, I think in the shade, but this one I haven't seen off leash yet, like it's always there. The squealing one I didn't see last night, it was there again in the morning. So yeah, that makes you wonder if they get off sometimes or not, because I've actually seen dogs that were on chain during the day, and then when the owner was home, they was just chilling with the people and with the cats and so on. There was a bigger guard dog. So that's the other one somewhere here. So there, I'll get to that. Let's see. Just a small brown one. This one there in the shade. And then a bit more down there, if I would cross that street, there's a lot of barking there, so I guess there's some more there. But yeah, you see it's mainly for guarding. There's one really big dog, I think bigger than me. Sometimes I see him in the back of a car. I think they take him to the farm somewhere. Some more sheep. We're kind of walking a few more streets around. Oh, there's another cat and a doggy. On chain or not, likely on chain. It's also the thing, if he wasn't on chain, he'd probably be barking at the fence, or be doing all kinds of destruction to the property, for the crops and everything. So yeah, I don't know what to make of that. Is it better in a shelter or on a farm? Or let me know in the comment section below.